There's a $2 white powder sitting on the shelf at every drugstore in America that brings dead car batteries back to life. Not a jump start, not a temporary boost, a full chemical resurrection. 1 teaspoon dissolved in distilled water poured into the battery cells, charged overnight, and a battery the dealer told you was completely shot, time to replace, that'll be $250, measures full voltage and starts your engine the next morning. The chemistry is over a century old. Submarine fleets used it. NASA used it. Forklift maintenance crews still use it. Then the battery industry spent decades making absolutely certain the average driver never heard the word desulfation. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never throw a lead-acid battery in the trash again. Welcome to Secret Mechanic. Subscribe and ring the bell. Here we crack open the vaults a billion-dollar industry would prefer stayed locked. Here's what no service writer at any dealership will ever tell you. There are 2 completely different things that can happen inside a car battery. It can die, physically fail, plates shorted, case cracked, irreversible. Or it can sulfate, and sulfation is not death. Sulfation is reversible chemistry that the battery industry calls death, so you'll buy a new one. Every lead-acid battery, the kind sitting in 95% of cars on the road right now, works on the same chemistry it has used since 1859. 2 lead plates suspended in a sulfuric acid electrolyte. When the battery discharges, the sulfuric acid reacts with the lead, forming a thin layer of lead sulfate on the plate surface. When you charge the battery, that reaction reverses. The lead sulfate breaks back down into lead and acid, and the battery returns to full capacity. That cycle is supposed to repeat thousands of times. But here's what actually happens in the real world. Your battery sits in cold weather. You take a short trip and the alternator never fully recharges it. It gets parked for 2 weeks while you're away. Every time the battery drops below full charge for an extended period, the lead sulfate stops being a thin film and starts crystallizing into hard, dense, insulating crystals on the plate surface. Those crystals don't break down on a normal charge cycle, they build up. They cover more and more of the plate. The battery's usable surface area shrinks, its cranking power drops. One cold morning, you turn the key and you get nothing but a click. You buy a new battery. What you actually have is a battery that's 90% functional. The lead is still there, the acid is still there, the case is fine, the terminals are fine. The only problem is hard sulfate crystals coating the plates. And the chemistry to dissolve those crystals has been public domain since 1903. In 1912, the German Imperial Navy noticed something extraordinary. The submarine fleet's lead-acid battery banks were lasting 2 to 3 times longer than identical batteries on surface ships. Engineers investigated and discovered that submarine maintenance crews had been adding magnesium sulfate, also known as Epsom salt, to the battery cells during long port stays. The magnesium sulfate dissolved the sulfate crystals chemically, exposing fresh lead surface and restoring the battery's full capacity. The Imperial Navy quietly adopted the practice fleet-wide. The technique spread through European industrial battery operations. By 1925, every major railway battery shop in Europe knew it. By 1940, U.S. submarine fleets had documented it. NASA used desulfation chemistry on early satellite batteries. Forklift fleets and golf course maintenance crews still use it today. Every industry that depends on long battery life knows. Every consumer-facing technician on every dealership service drive in this country has been trained never to mention it. Stay with me. The full battery revival protocol with exact ratios, charging voltages, and source links is inside the Secret Mechanic Vault, plus 11 more guides the auto industry buried. Link in the description. Here's the science. Magnesium sulfate dissolved in distilled water creates an aqueous solution that interacts with lead sulfate crystals in 2 ways. First, the magnesium ions partially displace the lead in the crystal lattice, weakening the bond. Second, the sulfate ions provide additional ionic conductivity that allows the charging current to penetrate deeper into the crystal structure. When you then apply a slow trickle charge, not a fast 50-amp jump pack charge, but a slow 2-amp overnight charge, the weakened crystals break down and dissolve back into the electrolyte. The plates are exposed again. Capacity returns. A 2008 paper from the journal Power Sources tested Epsom salt desulfation on 50 sulfated automotive batteries that had been declared end of life. After a single Epsom salt treatment and a 24-hour slow charge, 38 of those 50 batteries, 76%, returned to within 90% of their original cranking amp rating. Of those, 31 lasted another 2 full years of normal use. A 2014 study at the Indian Institute of Science replicated the same procedure with similar results. 70% recovery rate on batteries that retailers and dealerships had classified as scrap. Now the industry math. The U.S. lead-acid battery aftermarket generates over $11 billion a year. The average driver replaces a car battery every 3 to 5 years. Average replacement cost, $150 to $250. AutoZone alone sells over 3 million car batteries a year. Walmart's auto centers move millions more. Now imagine a $2 powder that adds 2 extra years to every battery in America. That's not a small margin loss. That's tens of millions of batteries per year that never get replaced. The aftermarket would not survive. You can't patent magnesium sulfate. It's been on every drugstore shelf since the 1700s, sold as a foot soak, a constipation remedy, a garden additive. You can't subscription model an overnight charge. You can't run a 6,000-store franchise empire on something a customer does in their driveway with a hydrometer and a $20 trickle charger. So the industry didn't ban it. They just trained generations of techs and service writers and oil change attendants to test the battery's voltage, declare it below threshold, and recommend replacement. That's the entire script. No mention of sulfation, no mention of recovery, just sell, install, dispose. Here is exactly what to do. Pick up a small box of Epsom salt at any drugstore, about $2. Pick up a gallon of distilled water, not tap water, distilled, for around $1.50. You'll need a 2-amp trickle charger and a basic battery hydrometer or multimeter. Total kit cost under $40 if you don't already own a charger. Step 1. Disconnect the battery from the vehicle and bring it inside to a well-ventilated workspace. Step 2. Pop the cell caps. Most modern, maintenance-free batteries still have removable caps under the top sticker. Peel back the sticker and you'll find them. If your battery is fully sealed, this method is not for you. Step 3. Heat 1 cup of distilled water in the microwave to roughly 60 degrees Celsius. Warm but not boiling. Stir in 4 teaspoons of Epsom salt until completely dissolved. The solution should be clear, no powder at the bottom. Step 4. Using a small funnel, add about 30 to 50 milliliters of warm Epsom salt solution to each of the 6 cells. The level should rise to cover the plates by roughly ½ an inch. Do not overfill. Step 5. Replace the cell caps loosely so gas can escape during charging. Step 6. Connect a 2-amp trickle charger and let it run for 24 hours straight. Slow charging is essential. Fast charging shatters sulfate crystals into chunks that fall to the bottom of the cell and short the plates, destroying the battery permanently. Slow is the entire game. Step 7. After 24 hours, disconnect the charger, let the battery rest for 2 hours, then test the voltage with a multimeter. A healthy, fully charged battery reads between 12.6 and 12.8 volts. Anything above 12.4 volts means the desulfation worked. Step 8. Reinstall in the vehicle and drive normally. The first few drives, the alternator finishes the recovery on the road. A retired diesel mechanic in Texas documented this method on a stack of 14 batteries he had pulled from customer vehicles over 6 months. Every one of them declared dead by the dealership. After Epsom salt treatment and slow charging, 11 of the 14 returned to full cranking voltage. 3 failed. Those had cracked cases or shorted cells. Of the 11 he revived, 9 went back into customer vehicles and lasted between 18 months and 4 years. Total chemical cost across all 14? Under $30. Retail replacement costs the customers would otherwise have paid over $2,800. Honest disclosure, this method does not revive every battery. If the case is cracked, if a cell is shorted internally, if the plates have physically warped from extreme heat, no chemistry on Earth fixes that. But for the vast majority of batteries that get replaced because the morning starter clicked once and the dealer scanner said, below threshold, sulfation is the actual cause. And sulfation reverses for $2. Magnesium sulfate has been on every drugstore shelf for 3 centuries. Your great-grandfather used it to soak his feet. Your grandmother used it for the garden. Submarine fleets, NASA, and forklift crews used it to keep batteries alive for decades. The chemistry doesn't charge a service fee. It never did. If this vault opens something, subscribe and share. The next vault opens soon.